Hey, awesome sports parent. My name is Mandy Patterson. I was sitting down, I was working on content, and I just had to stop and record this video for you and just talk to you about something that's really on my heart right now. I'm a mental performance coach, and I specialize in helping gymnasts and cheerleaders get unstuck in their skills. We work on tumbling mental blocks, we work on competition, anxiety, and pressure. We talk about fears, we talk about comparison, or they have a goal of making the team next year because maybe they didn't make the team they wanted this year. So that is really what I specialize in, but that is not the most important part of what I do. The most important thing that I do for athletes is I put them back in control. I empower them. I teach them how to look at situations from an internal perspective, which means that they're always in control. They are never subject to a coach's decision, or they're never working on a skill so stressed and filled with pressure because even if they get the skill back, it might not go back in the routine, or their coach might still change them with somebody else. We get lost this time of year in all of the details, all of the minutia, all of the pieces, right? Is she going to be in that star position right now? Is she going to be in the tumbling? Is she going to have it in time for competition? Is she going to make it next year? There's so many things. There's so many unknowns, and there's so much pressure for these athletes and for you, the parent. There's so much pressure. But I want to remind you today to take a step back from the situation. Take a step out of the moment that you're in, whatever that pressure is for you, whatever that stressor is for you right now. Just take a pause and just take a step back and think about what is most important right now. What is it? It's not this decision. It's not, is my child in this position or that? Is my daughter in the tumbling pass or not? Will she get her skills in time or not? It's, does my daughter know what to do to be confident in who she is as a person? Does she feel in control of her skill development? Does she have a plan? Does she know what to work on at practice so that she is building confidence in her ability to overcome challenges and to believe in herself even when things aren't going the way she wants? We are teaching athletes how to rework and rewire their brain so that they think in a way that is helpful, that they are never stuck in the moment wondering what to do. They look at situations in a new light, in a new perspective, in a way that's helpful. I ask that question all the time. Is that helpful? Is that thought helping you right now? No. What would be helpful? What can we do right now? What are our options? What are you in control of? Because there's always things that we can control. But sometimes we don't see it because we're forced to look at what everybody else wants for us. We're subject to everybody else's expectations, but we don't have to be. We can take control and we can be in charge. And your athlete deserves to work on skills in their own time. They deserve to feel empowered in this journey of sports development, because at the end of the day, what's more important than your child being successful in their sport is that they are able to walk away from this knowing that they put 100% in, and they have learned so many amazing skills that will serve them so well from now through their entire life. There are so many opportunities that I was given in my career, in my 20s and 30s, because I was an athlete. I was a perfectionist. I cared so much about doing a good job, and I allowed pressure from others to hold me back. I cared so much about what everybody else wanted for me that I got stuck, not just in sports, but in my career. I burned out in my 20s in corporate, and I was very successful. I had the corner office, the team, the six-figure salary, all the things, which a lot of people actually don't know about me. And I burn out because I was still following those same patterns, those unhealthy perfectionist beliefs that I had that got in my way and caused mental blocks as an athlete. Those same things were happening to me in my corporate world. And I burn out, and I got to this place where I was like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want. And this is not the life that I envisioned for myself. And so I took back control. And I rewired myself. I thought about things in a new perspective. I sought counsel, and I got a coach, and I learned how to pay attention to what I can control and what I actually want. And I looked at the big picture, and I decided that I'm not going to let anybody hold me back anymore. And that is what I want to empower your athlete to do. If you have considered mental coaching in the past, I want to encourage you to give it a try. Let's just have a conversation and see what this might look like for you and your child. How I want to know. I'm so passionate about what I do. And my Mind Over Mental Block program, it is specific to gymnasts and cheerleaders who are dealing with mental blocks and challenges. Again, I help them get unstuck. I help them learn strategies and tools to use at practice so that they can move forward in their skills. But more than that, I teach them to be confident in who they are and to trust themselves and to focus on what they can control. And that is the best part of my job and what I do. And I want to be able to share those skills and those strategies and support you and your athlete along the way. My programs, I have core curriculum that I use in all of my coaching programs, and there's a lot of ways that you can access that. The easiest way to get started is just schedule a free session with me. So I have opened up my calendar, I've opened up 5 spots, and I would love to just sit down and have a conversation with you about what it might look like to get your athlete enrolled in my coaching programs. I have a 12-week course if you have an athlete who prefers to work on their own and they just want to get my workbook and just work through it on their own time. That is great. There are trainings and there's everything they need to be successful there. But maybe they want to be with other athletes their age, working through the curriculum. So we have we have a group coaching program that is starting in January. Maybe that's a great option for you and your athlete. Or maybe they prefer a little bit more one-on-one attention. I have 3 amazing coaches on my staff. They were, one of them was on the USA Worlds team, so world champion twice. The other one has her master's in sports psychology and was a competitive gymnast growing up, an amazing coach. And just our team we get it. We understand you. We understand what you and your child are dealing with, and we know how to help them forward. And we want to be able to do that. So if one-on-one coaching is a better fit for you, we'll have that conversation. The performance check session, it's a 30-minute call where we just get to know each other. I talk to your athlete, get to know them. I want to learn about their challenges. I want to help them see why things are happening right now to them that seem fair and frustrating, but I want to help them understand what's happening. And then I want to help show them the path forward, because it's really frustrating when you're not where you want to be and you don't know why. That is really frustrating. So I want to help show them and help them understand that their brain is actually doing what it's designed to do, which is keep them safe. But there's some reprogramming that needs to happen to actually move them forward in their skills. So I want to help them get where they want to be in their sport. And more than that, I want to help them believe in themselves and be confident in who they are as a person. And I want to be just available to you, both of you, and help you see that there's so much goodness and so many amazing life lessons that can be learned through having gone through a mental block and getting stuck in your sport. There's so much good stuff, and I don't want you or your athlete to miss that. So please schedule a conversation with me today by clicking the link below, or go to mgpcoach.com/performance check session. That's the best place to get started because I can walk you through all of the options that you have. If you just want to dive right into the course, that's what they want to do. They want the self-paced. You can go to mgpcoach.com/momb course. That's an option. If you want to learn more about our coaching programs and what that looks like before we jump on a call, you can do that at mgpcoach.com/buy block. All of those links are below for you. But at the end of the day, contact me, tell me your story, and I want to figure out how I can support you and your athlete and make this the best season they've ever had. Thanks so much for listening. I will talk to you very soon.